Welcome to another video of Tusabo Crypto, all things crypto. So today we want to be talking about Bitcoin and the price prediction of Bitcoin. All right. Let me just say off the bat is that Bitcoin is going to $100,000. All right. I repeat, in the next 10, 12, 14 weeks, Bitcoin is going to reach $100,000. All right. We want to be looking at the charts and the logarithmic regression chart to which supports my statement. All right. Let's get started. So looking at the chart, right? This is the Bitcoin USD chart. Okay, BTC USD, US dollar. So it's the US dollar chart versus the versus Bitcoin. So these green vertical lines that you see here, the three green vertical lines, all right, these are the halvings. All right, what is a Bitcoin halving? This is when the number of coins that are being produced, that are being mined, all right, get cut in half. All right, that's all you have to understand is that that's all you have to understand from it, because I don't want to talk about Bitcoin mining and halvings, a lot of that, but it's just the number of coins that are being produced. All right, they get cut in half. All right, so here they got cut in half, here they get cut in half again, here they get cut in half again. All right, so this increases the demand because the supply is becomes very scarce. All right, less Bitcoin, the higher the price of Bitcoin. All right, supply and demand. All right, less supply, higher demand. Okay, the price goes higher. So, anyways, this is okay. So this is what we want to be looking at. Okay, so this top here in green, these red boxes here, the red boxes that you see, right? These red boxes just show the highest price of Bitcoin, all right, between the halvings. All right, it's the highest price of Bitcoin between the halvings. All right, so Bitcoin here in around 2012, around August, Bitcoin was only at about $16. Bitcoin was only at about $16 around August the 13th, 2012, right? Imagine that. Imagine buying Bitcoin for $16, and it went up to about 1,100, right, in December 2013. All right. So what you have to understand is that so this is the highest price. These red boxes between the halvings. So Bitcoin from here, I'm gonna take a ruler. Bitcoin from here to here moved around about 72,000%. All right, 72,000. I mean 7,200%. Okay, not 72,000. 7,200%. Let's just do it. Sorry, guys, it's been a long day. Yeah, so it moved 7,256%. All right. So let's just say, yeah, so let's just say 7,200%, okay, which is a 72x. That's a 72x, right? From August 2012 to December 2013, right? It moved 72 x, all right? And then from this high, after the first halving, this is after the first halving, the highest price of Bitcoin after the first halving moved about 1,646%. Okay, so from the high after the first halving, after the first halving, to the high after the second halving, right? Bitcoin moved about 1,646%. Right, so this is the highest price after the second halving. All right, 1,646%. Okay, so you can already see that it's starting to lose its momentum, because here it moved 72x, but here it moved only 16x. Okay, all right. Okay, you can see it's the return on investment is losing power. It's losing momentum, and then from here right? From December 2017 to currently where we are at now, October, it's already moved 250, like only 251%. Okay, that's about what? That's about 2.5x. Okay, currently now from the highest price after the second halving to the highest price currently after the third halving. It only moved about 251%. So you can see the return on investment is becoming less and less and less. Okay, after this first halving. So I expect Bitcoin to get to about 110, which is, let's take the ruler and measure. So from here, the highest price after the second halving to the highest price after the third halving, I expect Bitcoin to move about 487% to $110,000 per Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin gets to $110,000, it would be around 487%. All right, which is still far less than the 1,646% of the previous cycle. All right. So 487% is a very reasonable conservative number. Yes, Bitcoin is losing momentum from 7,200%, right? Back, right, to about 1,646% after the second halving to about 487% as I predict in the third halving. In the third halving, you can see that Bitcoin is losing momentum. We don't dispute that, right? But when I say Bitcoin is going to get to 100,000, I'm being conservative. Okay, I'm being conservative because it'll only have to move 487%, only 487% from the highest price after the second halving to the highest price in the third halving, which we are currently in. We are currently in this cycle, the third halving cycle. Okay, can you see why I say Bitcoin can definitely get to 100,000 in the next few weeks? It's because I'm looking at the numbers. Yes, we're losing momentum. Yes, we're losing return on investment. But 487% is very likely. 487% from the highest price after the second halving to here where we currently are. It's very achievable in the next few weeks. Okay, let's look at the lowest. Let's look at the lowest price between the halvings, between the cycles, the halving. All right. So here, the lowest price it got to was only $2 per Bitcoin in around October 2011. All right. Bitcoin was at about $2.3. Okay. Right. That's the lowest price between this halving that we have, and then the lowest price after the first halving. The lowest price after the first halving, it was at about $147 per Bitcoin. $147 per Bitcoin. All right, as you can see here on the right, $147 per Bitcoin. It only moved about 6,824% in only 1,183 days, right? And then from here to here, the lowest price after the first halving to the lowest price after the second halving, it only moved 1,963%. Okay, and that took about 1,428 days. So the days are increasing. Okay, the percentage is going lower, the return on investment is going lower, but the days are increasing. And then from here, right, from the lowest price after the second halving, second halving, to the lowest price currently within. Oh yeah, but this is the lowest price. These prices that I'm looking at, these are the lowest price after the top. Okay, these are the lowest prices after the top. Okay, so the lowest price after the top that we have currently, right? Okay, so this one doesn't really count because it's already it has already beaten its higher its all-time high here anyway, so this doesn't count. But you can see that Bitcoin is losing momentum. Yes, it's losing return on investment, and the number of days it takes to reach high prices within the cycle, it's definitely increasing. So here it took about 469 days from this top in July 2012 to this top, right, in December 2013. It took about 469 days. But from this top after the first halving to this top after the second halving, it took about 1,477 days. Can you see the days are increasing? And then from the highest price after the second halving to the highest price that we're currently at, this took about 1,400 days. 1,407 days. So obviously it will take a few more days for it to get to 100,000. So the number of days take longer and longer as time goes on, and we are getting diminishing returns. Okay, so one thing that I want to talk about is that so as you can clearly see, we only need to move about 500%. Only need to move about 500% for us to get to to $100,000. Okay, my battery's low. Oopsie. All right. Okay, so there we go. So only we need to move about 500%, which is very, very conservative for Bitcoin, for us to get to 100 and to $110,000. $110,000 for Bitcoin. It's a very conservative number. You have to understand why I'm saying that Bitcoin is definitely possible. It's very possible for it to get to $110,000 because it's been making big moves, 7,200%, 1,646%. It only needs 250%. It only needs 500% from this second halving peak to the third halving peak. All right, it only needs 500%, which is very possible, but definitely it needs longer days, much longer days. Okay, because you can see the number of days it takes are increasing. All right. All right, so now let's look at the Bitcoin rainbow price chart. Okay, the Bitcoin rainbow price chart. Okay, this uses logarithmic regression. All right, to try and measure the Bitcoin and where it's going. All right, so we've got different levels. Okay, the red level, they're here at the top. The red, so this is a rainbow chart, right? The red level here at the top of the rainbow, it's maximum bubble territory. Maximum bubble territory. And then the color below it, it's sell, seriously sell. And then the color below that, it's FOMO, all right? Fear of missing out intensifies, all right? And then the next color after that is is this a bubble? HODL, still cheap, accumulate, buy, and basically a fire sale, the color here at the bottom. All right, so as we can see, we are currently at is this a bubble? Okay, which is about 60 something thousand, right, for Bitcoin. All right, and this is around end of the 29th of October. So we expect Bitcoin to continue moving up, right, until next year. So if we get to about March, right, Bitcoin, if we get to about March and we in the FOMO intensifies level of the rainbow chart, Bitcoin will be at 110,000. March 2022 next year. So March next year, Bitcoin will be at around $110,000. $110,000, right? If it's on this level, which is sell, seriously sell, it could be at about $152,000, right? So Bitcoin could seriously get to 150,000 next year if we give it enough time. Bitcoin can definitely, it just needs time. It's just a matter of time. It just needs time. Bitcoin can get to 150K next year around March, April. And if it gets to 200,000, which I sort of like doubt, I really doubt. I mean, you should definitely sell. So when should you sell Bitcoin? When should you sell your crypto? All right. One thing you have to understand is that if Bitcoin plummets 50%, I repeat, if Bitcoin plummets 50%, goes down 50%, it means that the other altcoins, especially the ones that have smaller market caps, like 50 million, 40 million, right? Those are going to get hit hard. 80% down, 90% down if Bitcoin goes 50% down, right? So you need to pay attention to Bitcoin, even if you don't own some Bitcoin. Even if you don't own some Bitcoin, you need to pay attention to Bitcoin because Bitcoin is king and Bitcoin sort of like sets the pace for the other coins. Okay. So there you go, guys. This is why I say it's definitely possible in the next few weeks, around March, maybe March, maybe April. All right, maybe May. Bitcoin should be at around 110,000, if not sooner. Maybe even in December, January, Bitcoin could be above $100,000. Thank you guys for your time. Like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. And the next video I'll be doing is the price prediction of Ethereum. Okay.